Alrighty, alrighty. Hello, hello. This is Christian Freeman, aka Master Inception, the other member to the Market to Insight channel. Just want to welcome you guys back. We're going to be doing another review over a Euro trade, and this will pretty much be the last trade of the December month for me. I typically don't trade in December. It's not really something that I've been accustomed to, but for data purposes, just to see how my performance was, I decided to take the risk and indulge in December trading. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and review a couple of things over the Euro trade for 12, 18, 25. The next 2 weeks of December, I will not be trading. The reason why I will not be trading is because historically, price action is just not the best for trading. There are a lot of people I know who do trade in December, and they make money. There's a lot of people I know who trade different, variations of supply and demand, who trade trend lines, who trade ICT concepts, who trade market maker models, things of that nature. And some of them do well, but most of the time, typically from seasonal tendencies, December really isn't the best month to trade. But that's just from me and my experience. But let's go ahead and go off a couple of things really quickly. By the way, guys, alrighty, got to have this up. But I hope all you guys are doing amazing. I hope you guys have had a good, trading year. It's about to be the end of 2025. We're about to walk into 2026. So I really do hope everybody has been doing well, and I hope you guys are gonna rest. Take a break, relax, or keep trading. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull up the YouTube channel really quickly. Oop, what this is. Okay, so all right, guys. So again, this is the Market to Insight YouTube channel. Uh, again, we've this is literally what we go over. The channel is focused on live data trading, real time market structure, and how price action actually moves. We do like to go over other things as well as crypto, macroeconomic news, and we will be uploading more videos, for that as well. But yeah, again, guys, if you can go ahead and like, subscribe, support the channel, we genuinely appreciate that. Remember, we are a community-driven channel, so if you guys have things that you guys would like to, pretty much go over, if you guys have any things, that y'all would want to discuss with us, if y'all even have an opinion about, our trading method, how we do things, we welcome all kinds of, criticism, love, discussion, whatever it is, we are keen on developing and growing this channel. So if you guys even have a couple of things that you might want to discuss with us, tell us about, even go over, certain charts with us. We would genuinely appreciate that. But again, guys, this is us right here, Marketing Insight. We're doing pretty well with 8 subscribers, so and the views are doing well. And there's going to be more knowledge, more things are going to be dropped onto this channel, and I really believe we have some golden nuggets for you guys. So again, guys, we just want to genuinely appreciate you guys and the support from the bottom of from our hearts. And just hey, please be on the lookout for more content. Also, at the end of this video, I am curious to know what your favorite pair is to trade, how your month of December trading was, and what if you're welcome to sharing what your monthly percentage was. I am curious to know what methods and what strategies other traders are taking out there. I'm a very curious guy. So please, again, at the end of the video, or just even right now, please comment. Let us know what you've been, how's your trading been for December? Because this December has been interesting. But without the jawboning, let's go ahead and get further to do into the video. So, guys, this is going to be the trade review for EURUSD as of 12/18/25, which was Thursday. And this video is mainly going to be keen, or it's going to be circling around the idea of how to deal with a loss. Essentially, a lot of traders, even whether they're beginning or whether they've been trading for a long period of time, a lot of traders don't know how to deal with losses, and even sometimes I struggle with that at this point. So I want to go ahead and show you, first of all, let's go ahead and review the macroeconomic news for the day of 12/18. And the news at the time, which was pretty much 7:30 a.m. Central Standard CPI news, that caused a lot of volatility into the market, caused the market to move. And let's go and pull up the chart here. By the way, guys, if you do not have the trading view, downloaded to your desktop, I highly recommend it. I actually like it a little bit more than using the web browser. But yeah, so this is pretty much this is pretty much on my trading look. And 7:30 a.m. Central Standard would be, which would be 8:30 New York time. There was huge CPI news volatility that came out, and we had this big up push to the upside, right? Now, for me, I was essentially bullish EURUSD. I know we're on a 5 minute time frame, and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to keep it on the 5 minute. But according to the higher structure time frame, I was essentially bullish. I saw a little bit of bearishness. These equal lows right here, and those were one of the things that I was going to mainly target. But where my bias shifted, right? Where my bias uh, shifted from bearish, not bearish, but from bullish to bearish, was as soon as the CPI data came out, and there was all this up here essentially, there was a nice break of market structure right in this area here. Honestly, we're probably just going to do markup. So there was a nice, let's do red. That's just terrible. Yeah, but there's a nice break in market structure right here on the 5 minute time frame. Now, most traders, or if you're a very efficient trader, or if you're a very disciplined or well-known trader with the ICT concepts, most people would have saw this shift in market structure possibly right here, right? It came, so there's this big bullish candle right here, closed down here, and most people probably would have entered for a buy. But if you're keen, to higher time frame analysis, higher time frame market structure, you're going to notice that the real bearish structure was essentially this right here and the read coming into this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. So essentially, I was bullish at the time until watching it do this. When I saw this right here, I was like, okay, I believe if this fair gap right here, fair value gap, if this is not respected and has a decent close upward and closes below this, the bias for me has shifted to bear. So this was the first indicator. But we want to wait, right? We want to wait for, in the words of ICT, for price action to tip its hand or its hat to us. This is price action right here, tipping its hat to us for bearish momentum. So then we're going to go here, we're going to take this off, and then essentially we're going to move this to right here. All right. Now, so from this point on, my bias from this point on, as soon as you did this right here, when it's this value gap, close, boom, right here. And especially with the higher time frame, with the 4 hour fair value gap on the higher time frame, again, go check your chart, it will be there. The sentiment for bearishness was presented to me. Now, Christian, if you were bearish and you were on the right side of the market and whatnot, how did you lose this trade? Well, I'm going to tell you how. So essentially, according to my executions, I took well, first of all, I took a 1% L on the execution side. Yeah, so the first execution was first execution was right here. I took the execution and I lost 1%. And most people will be like, okay, well, Christian, how did you lose 1%? Well, I'm literally going to show you. This is the thing I love and essentially hate the most about trading. Is that these are my personal information, guys. So I sent this screenshot to myself during the time of the trade because at the time of the trade, again, this was the sentiment presented to me at the time. I was bullish, and then the bias switched to bearish, and my entry was right here, right? 1% stop loss, which is 10 pips, so a nice little 2-to-1 ratio. And this is essentially what I was aiming for because there was these lows here, and then on the other side of right here, there's lows here, and there were lows over here as well. There was hella sell side liquidity. Oops, there was lots of sell side liquidity. And I was like, you know what? I'm very confident in this trade. The market tipped its hand to me. I am confident in this trade. I am going to go for the sell. And at the time, if you see here, the information presented at the time, the market was bearish. The move was bearish. Everything about this was bearish. It's not that I want it to be right, and it's not that I am right, or it's not that I'm forcing my move to be right. But based on the information presented to us at the time, we were bearish. I don't care what anybody says. Most traders they can say that they were bullish all they wanted to. Most people can say, "Oh yeah, Christian, you were in this zone and it hit this and it could have did." Every at the end of the day, at the end of the day, everything could be right on the trading move and you can still lose. I mean, like, literally, look at this. If you look at this, everything is showing bearish momentum. Everything is aligning perfectly. And as soon as I entered the trade, right, and I stepped away from my desk for a little bit, because I don't like to place a trade and then just watch it. It builds up I don't want to call it anxiety, but I don't like to do that. I want to be in a relaxed state of mind. I want to be able to think clearly and watching it, hoping and praying and forcing my will on the market to go in my direction. That's not going to help my trading at all. It's not going to help me win. It's not going to help me lose. The only thing I can do is go based off of the market, go based off the information on the market presented at the time. And at the time, according to all of this, we were bearish. But then, right, as soon as we enter, hey, boom, right here, shoots up, takes my stop. Now, seeing this, I was like, okay, this is interesting because we were very bearish. There was sell side liquidity here. There was sell side liquidity here. Like all of this was the perfect setup. It was literally the perfect setup. Like I know looking at this in hindsight, everybody's going to say, Christian, obviously it was going to do this. Christian, obviously, people can say that all they want to. If you actually look at the market based on the information presented at the time, it was clear that we were bearish. And at the time, it was clear that, okay, hey, we entered right here, right? We entered right here off of this fair value gap, broke structure, imbalance, right? Entering right here off the fair value gap. Nice little 2 to 1. Sell side liquidity right here. It was the perfect trade. In my opinion, it was the perfect trade. And the market just did not care. The market, everything aligned up perfectly, and the market still took my stock, consolidated some more, and then eventually ran down towards the sell side liquidity all the way over here, ran down towards the sell side liquidity that I was predicting that it was going to hit in the first place. Now, as you see up here, yes, there was another buy that I took because I was like, you know what? It's the end of December. I guess I was completely wrong right here, especially seeing this change in market structure right here and then it shoot all the way up. I was like, you know what? My first trade was wrong. I'm still within the proper circle or the proper strategy for me to utilize, my gains. I lost 1%, but I was like, you know what? Hey, I lost 1%. I'm I didn't break any rules. I didn't revenge trade. I still have 1 more% to utilize for this trading session. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it. I waited for a fair value gap. It retraced a little bit more, but I waited for a fair value gap essentially. Got a little bit of an early entry right here. It wasn't too good, but essentially I entered right here when I really wanted to get it right there, but I didn't. It just kind of did that. But as soon as I entered, right, which as you can see for the execution wise, yeah, I entered again and took another 1% out. So I took 1% on the first trade of bearish, and I took 1% on the 1% loss on the second trade for bullishness. And what I want people to understand, and this is the thing that they don't tell you the truth about in trading. This is what traders really don't want to talk about. Everybody wants to show the wins and everybody wants to show all of these their strategy and how they think, hey, my strategy is 100%, my strategy is this. It's very difficult. No, guys, we were bearish. I don't care what anybody can tell me. We were bearish here. The sell was bearish here, and the market still did not care and took me out. And then when we saw this whole shift in market structure from the lower time frame to the higher time frame, I took a buy because there was also buy side liquidity up here, and there was also well, it took that buy side liquidity, but there was also buy side liquidity up here. There were equal highs. There were equal highs below and above. And based on the market structure presented at the time, I was bearish. The market said, no, we're not. You're going to exchange market structure. And I was like, okay, you know what? I still have 1% left for the trading day to trade. I could still come back from the 1% L, make 2%, and walk away with 1%. And I did my job for the day. And the market still did not allow that. The market still did not allow that. So even with this whole, this was the perfect trade in my eyes. And it still hit my stop. This right here in the tangent market structure, breaking all these highs, all these imbalance coming down. This was the perfect buy trade for me as well. And it still went against me. And this is what people don't understand. And this is what people don't understand is that everything can align up perfectly for your trading and you can still lose. And this is why you need to understand that if you follow your strategy and the market goes against you like it did here, it's not your fault. Okay. Stick with your trading plan, stick with understanding market structure, stick with risk management, and you will do well. Like that is the best thing that I can tell. And most people are gonna be like, dude, you took a loss. You took a 2% L. Like you do not understand how to trade. No, I understand how to trade. Like literally 2 months ago, I was up 12% for the month. I took no L's. I was green all like 12% for the month. The month after that, 8% for the month, right? Like I know how to trade. I know what works for me. I know what my strategy is. And I literally followed my trading plan and my strategy to the T, to the exact T. Again, look at this. Based on the information presented at the time, this was the perfect bearish trade. Sell side liquidity below. And again, guys, it still hits the stop. And this is the best advice that I can advise to everybody out there is that keep trading, keep going at it. You're going to take L's. L's are inevitable in this. Where you begin to lose is when you begin to revenge trade. That's when you begin to lose real money. It was very difficult for me to not hop back into this market, especially in December price action, which is historically not the best time for any trader to trade. Historically speaking, I was so eager to place another trade. And then I told myself, how stupid would I be if I lost 3%? How stupid would I be? I had the perfect trade, went against me. I was like, you know what? Change your market structure. Okay, let's try this one more time because hey, I like it was weird. It was so interesting. Like it was so weird. And then I lost again. So according to my risk management, hey Christian, you lost 2% for the day. You are done for the week. If I lose more than 2 to 3% for the week, I am done. I'm done trading. This one was the biggest sign for me because in my opinion, I took the perfect sell trade right here. To me, this was the perfect, beautiful sell trade. Sell side liquidity. And it still hit my stop. The market still hit my stop. The worst thing you can do is try to force your will on the market and try to get in again right here. If I would have just walked away right here, I would have just ended negative 1%. But again, because I was like, you know what, this is interesting. I didn't like how it hit my stop. I jumped in again and lost again. Okay, 2% maximum loss for the day, walk away. Because if I would have jumped in again to try to get all this back and 1 more percent, I would have been pissed. How stupid would you be? How stupid could you have been if you lost 3% instead of losing 2% and walking away, instead of losing 1% and walking away? This is what people don't tell you in trading, folks. You can do everything perfect, everything can line up perfectly, and you can still lose. Where you survive and where you make money in this market is proper risk management, sound psychology, sound price action, journaling, and constant repetition of studying your edge. With that being said, folks, this is a life lesson in trading advice for not only myself, but to other traders out there. This is what they don't tell you in trading, folks. And this is how you are going to survive in this market. And this is how you're going to survive in this game. With all further ado, enough with the ranting and the jawbone, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys for joining. Again, guys, at the end of this video, I want to know what pairs have you been trading and how has your December, trading been for you. But yeah, for the next 2 weeks, I will not be trading people. So I will be enjoying my holidays. But again, blessed be to the Most High. I hope you guys have a good rest of your December and trading. And hope to see you guys in the next video. Again, guys, thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you soon.